What's going on, everybody? My name is Jordan. I like to draw cartoons. And it looks like my cat, Mojito, will be in this video a little bit today. So you see a tail or hear some purring, that's what it is. But with today's video, my first video of 2025, I'm going to be talking about one of my drawings I made that is already one of my favorites and has a chance to be one of my favorite of the year. And that is taking Bill Skarsgård's two most iconic performances and roles of his career and converting them into one character. Combining Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise in the modern It movies and combining that with Bill Skarsgård as Count Orlok in Nosferatu 2024. Bill Skarsgård is becoming one of the biggest icons and legends in horror of all time now, with two incredible performances over 3 films as some insane monsters essentially in the horror genre. He just completely disappears into these roles and is becoming one of the best actors working right now. Not only do I love his horror performances, but I also love anything else that he's in. I loved him in Boy Kills World last year, and I love him in the John Wick movie a few years ago, and of course with him playing another incredible monster, another incredible role as a monster. I had to try to find a way to combine these two incredible monsters that he's gotten to play. Like It 2017 is one of my favorite horror films of all time, so I absolutely was so excited to see him as Count Orlok, and he did not disappoint. Even though the mustache was a little weird for me, it's definitely growing on me as time goes on, because it makes sense why they included it. But my god, I just absolutely loved him as these monsters and really wanted to combine them and see how they would mash up together, and I think it turned out incredible. But before I dive into the process and how I made this drawing, as always, please make sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok if you still can by the time this video comes out, and follow me on Letterboxd as well. Now, over the years, I've done a bunch of different kind of character mashups over the years. I've done a bunch of different series over time. At one point, I was doing a series where I combined characters that have the same voice actor into one singular character. So I'll show some of them on the screen as I'm talking, but those are so much fun to make. And usually when I do a character mashup like this, I start by looking at one of the characters and choosing them to be kind of the template and then filling in details from the other character as I go along. I'll throw an example up right now. Here's a drawing of Bowser mashed up with Olaf from the Frozen movies. And as you can see, it's very clear that Bowser is the template, and then I filled in a bunch of Olaf details to make it a mashup of these two characters. And that's going to be the same case here with this mashup of Pennywise and Count Orlok. So for this mashup, I chose to have Count Orlok be the overall template to start out for this drawing, and then figure out from there how to incorporate the Pennywise details from there. The overall details from Count Orlok, I start out with his head, kind of crafting from there with as many screenshots from the film I could find. There's not many out there, but I try to find as many as I can. He's got a pointed nose, obviously has the big bushy mustache, and then he's got pointed ears, the mainly shaved head and kind of decomposing head as well, and then like the half head hair swoop, whatever you want to call that. The weird look of this character, I had to start out there. Then he wears this like big old-timey trench coat with like a fluffy accent on the collar, and then some details along the side as well. And then he's got the big decomposing bony fingers. And so that was the overall place where I started. And then you can go from there and add the Pennywise details. And those Pennywise details are as follows. Obviously with the iconic clown costume, he's going to have the fluffy kind of circles in his middle of his chest. So that's what you'll see in the center chest area under the giant coat. And then the collar in the coat, instead of it being like fluffy like fur, I took inspiration from his clown collar that is just a bunch of ruffles, so I used that for the collar as well. And then obviously moving on to the face, that's where you see a lot of the Pennywise details. The mustache, instead of it being the dark color you see in the movie for Nosferatu, it is orange, similar to the color of Pennywise's hair in the movie. And then his hair is also that color, but instead of it being the swoosh, it's still only on the half of his head, but is curled up to a point, similar to Pennywise's hair in the film. And then you can't have a Pennywise mashup without including the face makeup. The face makeup with the lips, and then the lips go up into the eyes, and then up over the eyes into a point. And then even Pennywise's teeth are kind of iconic. They're kind of like buck teeth. So I made them the buck teeth with a point to it. And then you also see in his eyes, the eyes are yellow, similar to Pennywise's eyes in the film. And one last detail I chose to include that incorporates both Count Orlok and Pennywise is more of a nod to Pennywise, because obviously Pennywise and the red balloons is a very iconic thing that came out of the It movies. So I wanted to make sure that they were holding a red balloon, but instead on the balloon, instead of saying I heart dairy, which is what it says in the It films, it says I heart Ellen, Lily Rose Depp's character that Count Orlok was absolutely obsessed with, so it makes sense that the balloon would say that instead of I heart dairy. I think I talked enough about the process. It's time to show the finished product, and here is the finished product. Count Orlok mashed up with Pennywise, or Nosferatu, or Pennywise the dancing clown. There you have it. There is Count Orlok mashed up with Pennywise, both played by the great Bill Skarsgård. Let me know what you guys think about this drawing. I've really had a great time making this. Let me know about other kind of character mashups you might want to see from me in the future, because I do love making them. They're really a fun challenge, a really fun creative challenge to see how you can mash up two characters that couldn't be more different or look different and make them into one coherent thing. It's such a fun challenge, and I highly recommend it if you're getting into art and want to try to challenge yourself. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my videos. I appreciate you all so very much. Even if TikTok does go away, I appreciate you all here so much, and I'll definitely be posting more on YouTube moving forward. As always, thank you so much. Have a great day and keep on drawing.